Sonic X Shadow Generations is only 2 months away from release. Given Sonic's experience with remasters and re-releases such as Sonic Colors Ultimate and Sonic Origins, it begs the question, have Sega finally figured out how to remaster a Sonic game properly? And should we be concerned about the quality of Sonic X Shadow Generations? Well, let's find out. Before the trailer that we got at Summer Game Fest, I wasn't sure how confident I was going to feel about a Sonic Generations remaster. Given how poor some of the previous Sonic remasters had been, it left uncertainty on what the outcome of the remaster would be. Whether it was a glitchy mess like Sonic Colors Ultimate and a bit of Sonic Origins, or maybe there were sound issues like the Sonic Adventure ones. Or it could just be an unplayable mess like Sonic Genesis for the Game Boy Advance. On January 31st, during the Sony PlayStation State of Play showcase, Sega announced the Sonic Generations remaster. But there would be a twist, an all-new campaign to play through, starring one of, if not the biggest character of the franchise, Shadow the Hedgehog. It would be until Summer Game Fest where we'd actually see any more on the game, other than what was previously shown to us on the State of Play, because the Sonic Generation side of things, no one was sure if the footage shown was the original game, or if the remaster changed anything at all. And then we saw Shadow's gameplay. While what we saw at first was brief, it did leave an interesting impression. We see a little bit of gameplay of Shadow in the Space Colony Arc and a city stage, which some weren't sure was either Radical Highway or Westopolis from Shadow the Hedgehog. The biggest surprise was the reveal of Black Doom being in it. We hadn't seen him since the 2005 Shadow game, so I'm very curious as to what his role in the plot is. Overall, from what we saw, it left a good impression. So essentially what we're getting here is, we're getting the main game that we previously had seen before, and we're getting a new campaign on top of it. Think of it like Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Everybody's feeling excited about this remaster, but for me, this is going to feel really personal. In 2011, Sega revealed to the world their next mainline Sonic game, titled Sonic Generations. It was a game to celebrate the franchise's legacy of 20 years by having both the classic look and feel of 2D Sonic with his classic look from the 90s, mixed in with his more modern look and feel of the boost gameplay previously seen at the time in Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors. Releasing November 1st in the US and November 4th in Europe to PC via Steam, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and even a handheld version for the Nintendo 3DS on November 25th. The PC/console version received critical acclaim and was a big hit. It seemed like the Sonic franchise was back on top again, after a series of games falling short critically and financially. As a kid, I would be following news and updates on the game ever since I knew about the game's existence when I first saw the teaser trailer back in spring of 2011. I would keep myself updated on new information every time it came out, whether it be when people got to play public demos, or just seeing brand new trailers, new screenshots, just learning anything about the game. I was there from the moment it got put out. The hype for this game for me was amazing. And then when I finally got to play it on PC and then playing it on 360, I had a magical time with the game. I would just be playing all the stages and the missions and the boss fights, and I would not get bored. The game was so much fun for me. And then when I explored the world of the modding community, I had so much fun playing through all the mods that the game had to offer at the time. While Sonic Generations isn't my favourite Sonic game of all time, it was a game that I held very personally. Sonic games at the time, while they did give me a lot of joy, Sonic Generations gave me the most joy as a kid. Unfortunately, the series took another decline, a bigger one compared to 2005 to 2009. Games after Generations such as Sonic 4 Episode 2, Sonic Lost World, the failed Sonic Boom spin-off, and Sonic Forces were slammed even more, and it was setting a precedent that Sonic couldn't have been saved at the time. Although the release of Generations made people feel a bit more confident with the franchise, every release afterwards left fans with concern again, and all upcoming titles. Even when a game looked polished, as most 3D Sonic games have been over the past decade, fans still were not convinced that an upcoming Sonic game wouldn't have its issues. However, Sonic Frontiers was one of the turning points of the franchise. Although it suffered heavily from backlash from its initial showcase on IGN first, it was one of the most successful 3D Sonic games over the past 2 decades. Frontiers gave fans hope again after a decade of poor releases. This helped the reputation of Sonic majorly. Sega realized there was potential with this franchise after the release of the movies, which led to games getting a bigger budget, which is in the case of Sonic X Shadow Generations. While yes, there is all the positives that we've been seeing at the minute, especially thanks to Sonic Frontiers and the movies, this leads us to our biggest question. Will this game live up to its hype that everyone is feeling? Sure, the excitement is huge, but this could lead into an opposite effect with how Frontiers started things off badly, but turned around to something great. Despite dips in quality like some of the cutscenes being static, Chaos Island being mostly 2D, the lore involving the Chaos Emeralds, the ending feeling rushed, while it did get updates to improve on certain things, there was still a mess in terms of what they fixed. Sonic X Shadow being very hyped at the minute can lead to a massive disappointment by release. It has happened time and time again in the franchise. I mean, look at Sonic 06. I know I'm poking a dead horse here, but think back to when that was coming out. So much was promised, and then what we got wasn't it. No one wants Sonic X Shadow Generations to go down the same rabbit hole, and I have my fingers crossed that Sega and Sonic Team have played their cards right. Personally, I think this game's looking good from the moment it was shown off. Of course, I have my doubts when there were rumors of it. That's because of how much the game was very personal to me. And so when it was finally revealed to us, and we finally got to see all like the new bells and whistles to the game and the gameplay of Shadow Generations, it looked amazing. It's been refreshing to feel good about a Sonic game from the moment it was revealed, which is something I haven't felt in the franchise in a long time. Recently, we got a new trailer showcasing more Shadow Generation side of things during Gamescom, which was actually just before the Gamescom opening night live, because honestly, they kinda said the budget on that one, yeesh. As for the trailer, well, good lord does this do so much right. The new powers Shadow gets, the wings on him flying across stages, the spears, the surfing, the new enemies, Metal Overlord, a character that we have not seen since Sonic Heroes, was something I never thought I'd ever see come back, despite the fact there was also the IDW Sonic comics. In my reaction video, I thought one of the stages was Dusty Desert from 06, but no, it was Sunset Heights from Forces. Same when I thought it was Westopolis from Shadow the Hedgehog. That was Radical Highway from SA2. I'm a fake fan. The reveal that Sunset Heights from Forces and Chaos Island from Frontiers leaves me with some questions, but I'm sure it'll get answered when the game comes out. It also brings in some hope, as Sunset Heights had potential, which thankfully mods for Sonic Forces show that potential. Chaos Island should have a better layout, since that was my least favorite island in Frontiers, for how much 2D was in it. I hope there's more 3D this time around. I wonder if it's just a stage, or another part of the hub world. Oh yeah, speaking of the hub world, you can see Omega. Isn't that cool? I can't wait to see Team Dark together again. It's been quite a while. I mean, sure, there was Team Sonic Racing, but in a, like, mainline kind of Sonic game, we haven't seen them together, I think, since Sonic 06. And that's crazy to think about. And plus there was a glimpse of it in Sonic Forces as well, but at the same time, it was brief and didn't do much. Overall, I can't wait to be playing this game. I'm going to be playing it day one, and I can't wait to re-experience Sonic Generations with all the new bells and whistles, and I can't wait to play Shadow Generations and see everything it has to offer, and I have a strong hope that this is a rare case where a Sonic remaster being better than the original release. But that's all I've got to say for this, so I thank you all for watching. If you all enjoyed, leave a like. Comment down below what you think of Sonic X Shadow Generations and what you hope to see, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Oh, and for anyone that's wondering, yes, I do intend on doing a Let's Play on this game when it comes out, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's all I gotta say, so thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, which will be linked in the description down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. So until then, take care, bye bye.